Hi everyone. It's quite possible that during your research journey, you might think of researching your own workplace. That is your place of employment where you work. In this regard, there are certain advantages and disadvantages that you should be aware of. You may be a teacher researching the effectiveness of teaching practices. You may be a medical professional researching the medical practices in hospital, how patients are dealt with. So, what are you supposed to be mindful of if you are researching your own place of work? Welcome to Search Research with Dr. Sam, your online thesis guide and advisor. And let's get started with the advantages if you are conducting research, if you are collecting data at your place of work. First advantage is you will have ease of access. That means because you are working there, you know the systems, the processes, people know you, they will allow you easy access compared to someone who doesn't work there. So you may have easy access to the participants, to the policies, systems, procedures, confidential documents, so on and so forth. You may also be able to do research in work time, which will help in some way, especially if you are a part time researcher but you are researching where you are working. That will help you to manage time more effectively compared to someone who's probably researching at a university, studying at a university, and then coming and collecting data as an external uh, employee. You will also receive, or you may receive, some financial or other support from your employer. Such support could be grants or funds to travel or to buy equipment, maybe IT support, computers, softwares, it could be stationery. If you add up all of them, this is quite a considerable expense. As an employee, you also will have the insider knowledge of systems, processes, how to collect data, who to approach, who are the right people to approach so that you can get the right data for your research. You can go deeper quicker because you already have a basic understanding of all the systems and processes, so your analysis will be much faster. Your colleagues, your managers, the people you work with will also provide you with a lot of useful contacts. So, not only do you have access to research participants maybe at your place of work, but also at similar places of work where you can then do a comparative analysis of your data. You will also have the benefit of knowing many of the answers already. Well, do not become biased. All right, so you cannot become biased and you cannot assume that you know everything, but you will have the advantage of knowing a lot of these things. All right, so you can quickly address what is correct and correct what is incorrect. The impact that you create, I always say that your research is measured by the impact that you create, may lead to promotions at workplace. So especially if your research highlights practices, systems, processes that lead to improvement at your workplace, then that is a great impact and that might form the basis of a promotion. However, together with advantages, you also have disadvantages if you are planning to research at your workplace. The first and foremost disadvantage will be pressure from your employer to research what they want, how they want it, and for you to reach conclusion they want. No organization, no employer would want you to highlight the flaws in the system, the breakdowns in the system, the confidential information to be thrown out there for the people or the examiners or the reviewers to read. So that is one pressure you have to deal with. You may also have problems with researching those you manage or are managed by, especially if you are collecting data from those you are managing. Let's say a university lecturer is trying to collect data from his students. The students may feel pressurized to either not participate or lie and not give in the real data. Or your managers may be uncomfortable if you're asking questions, which are highlighting practices not suitable for people to know. For example, if you go into your organization and you are trying to investigate sexual discrimination amongst women working at the workplace, people are going to be uncomfortable answering your questions because it highlights the flaws in the system. You will also have difficulties in maintaining the anonymity of research participants. All right. So a very key part of your research is to maintain the anonymity. People should not be able to identify. But if you're working at the workplace and let's say you even mention a general term like manager or a senior employee, people might come to know who you're talking about. So that becomes a bit difficult. You will also know where the bodies are buried. So what does that mean? That means you already are aware of the flaws in the system. You will already be aware of what is not working, and the employers will be very uncomfortable you highlighting it in a research which will be publicly readable or viewable and bringing that knowledge. All right. You can also always feel that you are always at work because you are researching, you are collecting data, you are working with people that you are researching with, so and back and vice versa. So you will never feel that you are getting a break. You are continuously at your place of work. You may also be expected to do research and work at the same time. Sometimes that can be very hard, especially if you are a part-time researcher and you have been overloaded with work. You will be expected to do research and work, and sometimes you will not be able to pay attention to either, which will lead to a suffering of your both work quality or the quality of your research. The conclusion that you draw towards the end may also be ignored or rejected or ridiculed by your place of work, your colleagues, your managers, your industry, if it especially doesn't suit their interest. Taking you back to the same example, if you are researching about sexual discrimination at the workplace and your findings reveal that women are not treated the same as men at the workplace, then of course your employers will like to reject that conclusion. They will might pressurize you into changing that conclusion, especially if their place of work is the only place that you have been researching at. All right, and anonymity is not maintained. A problem can also happen if you change your job, because if you create an impact that is considered valuable in your industry, in your place of work, and then you change the industry completely, then what was the point of creating that impact? Then you have to start fresh in the new industry. So sometimes that can be a problem, sometimes may not. Sometimes your research is generalizable, it is transferable, but sometimes you may have created impact in a very particular industry, highlighting the medical professionals, and then you change your job and start working in a university, may be viewed as something that you should not probably be doing. You also may be tricked into thinking you already know the answers, which makes you a biased researcher. A researcher's main job is to be very objective, very neutral. If you're researching your place of work, your policies, the systems, the processes, the practices that you're very familiar with, you may think you know the answers already, and that might bias your data. You might, start analyzing the data in a way where you want the answers which are suitable to your understanding. You may also overlook the significance of things that may seem obvious to you. So, some things may seem obvious to you, whereas it may not be the case, and you might overlook them, especially when you are analyzing your data towards the end and you are drawing conclusions, you are highlighting the discussion. The discussion chapter here becomes very important. So, you have to make sure that you write the discussion chapter as a researcher, as an academic, as a neutral observer, and not be influenced by your previous or past knowledge. You may have that past knowledge as a basis, as a foundation, but you should be able to change that knowledge with new evidence. You could also learn a lot more by researching the unfamiliar. Now, this may seem like an advantage, but sometimes it becomes a disadvantage, especially because you are now trying to go into areas which are unfamiliar to you just because it's your place of work, and that might lead to you wasting a lot of time. You, as a researcher working at the research place, may be a part time researcher, you may have limited time available to you. So, you are better off researching familiar concepts, familiar theories, familiar processes, systems, participants. Going into an unfamiliar territory, especially if you have some time limit, may not be the wise thing to do. So, guys, I thought I'll make this video because a lot of us, including me, I researched my workplace, so I can tell you that there are these advantages and disadvantages of researching your place of work, your place of employment. So, be very careful how you tread the water. Be very mindful of the advantage and disadvantage. Have a chat with your research supervisor, your managers, your employers before you go too deep into it. So, you don't want to go too deep into your thesis and then realize that you can't even collect the required data, or you can't analyze it, or you can't be honest about your findings, and that will get you research into trouble. So make sure everything is very clear at the very beginning, at the onset of your research, before you go on this journey. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I look forward to your comments and feedback, and I'll see you soon with my next video.